Well, the uncertainty about Dorian's path has made it difficult for people to prepare for the storm. We've seen video of empty store shelves across Florida. This is Miami, where bottled water is in short supply. Several officials there, several counties have already ordered voluntary evacuations. Fuel shortages are being reported across the state. Well, the city of Holy Hill is on the coast of Florida. Mayor Chris Villa joins us now to talk more about how the city is preparing for the storm. Mayor, thank you for joining us. What do you want the people of your city to know about this storm?
Hi there, Rena. Thanks for having me on. Well, in Holly Hill, we are very prepared. This is not obviously our first hurricane, and so we are very prepared. But what I want residents to especially know is with the track going to the east, which looks like a great thing, we have to make sure people do not let their guard down, and that it's always better to be prepared than not prepared. So really want to get that word out to people to continue to make preparations. In our city, we've been clearing debris across the city, draining our ponds, handing out thousands of sandbags. I've personally gone out there and bagged hundreds of them for citizens. But we are prepared, and I want people to know that, but they have to be prepared as well.
What do you really worry about as the biggest potential danger from Dorian right now?
Well, obviously the strong winds. First and foremost, it's public safety. I'm very concerned about citizen safety. So we're going to do everything we can to make it as safe as possible. But with that being said, it is a hurricane, and so the strong winds, the flooding. But I'll tell you what I'm actually really concerned about in the aftermath, and that's actually getting reimbursed from FEMA to rebuild our city, because we've been out of about $2 million from Matthew over 3 years ago with FEMA. But the good news is yesterday I called together 10 mayors from across Volusia County and our Congressman Michael Waltz, and he's working now from the federal level to work on FEMA to be able to get those reimbursements for our cities so we can rebuild our cities from even 3 years ago. So hopefully something changes on the national level with FEMA so we can be able to get those reimbursements.
And how would you get the sense of the rest of Holly Hill, the city government? How are they preparing for this storm?
So here in Volusia County, we're all very prepared. People are boarding up everywhere. In fact, after I get off the phone with you, I'm going to help a few neighbors board up their properties. Make sure to get your sandbags. Make sure you have a plan. And if you're in the coastal areas and we tell you to evacuate, you better get out, because you'll be stuck there.
We're seeing some signs of some video just earlier of folks shopping in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Are you seeing shortages of water, of fuel, of food?
Yeah, definitely. But I'll tell you, they've been doing a great job bringing in pallets and pallets of food. And now Ace Hardware here in my city just got a shipment of 200 generators. And so, people are really working their tail off out here. And, it's great to see everybody come together. So many people are coming together to help out elderly people, help out their neighbors, which is always a really great thing. It's sad that it takes something like this to bring people together, but I'm glad that that's still there here in America.
And how do your preparations compare to those you mentioned Matthew from 3 years earlier. How does this one compare to the other storms that you've seen in the past?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, my city, we're more prepared this time. And, like I said, this isn't our first rodeo. And, we really have a problem with flooding here being so coastal. And so we have our generators working right now 24/7 to drain those ponds. And we've also purchased new generators to run our lift stations and to make sure that we can keep it moving.
Holly Hill Mayor Chris Villa. Thank you very much, Chris, for joining us.
Thank you, Rena.